Hello and welcome, at last, to the B Team. On this episode, we will find out what happens at the Gladiator pit. But first, let me introduce this segment of the B Team. So, Charlie Briz playing Zarib, the human rogue, who recently was arrested for theft and has chosen, rather than serving time on the chain gang in the mines, to fight in the Gladiator pits for his freedom. Next to Charlie is Jack O'Brien. Jack, you are playing Righteous Shadow.
Yep.
And you are a monk. Now, Jack, you might be wondering, how did I get into the Gladiator pits? Jack, you were living quite peacefully on your own out in the wilds when you were attacked by a group of armed men. You defeated the armed men, but then later found out that those armed men were actually part of the Kabul Kailish army. You were brought to the local magistrate in Kadimki Kala, where, despite your innocence, you were judged as being guilty for killing several soldiers. Your sentence was going to be a life sentence, and rather than choose a life sentence of imprisonment, you chose to fight in the Gladiator pit. And finally, Matthew playing Yomi. Lurking in the shadows, Yomi, you have gone to the pit today because it is part of your mission, in fact,
I have
to recruit some people.
people of interest.
People of interest, that's right. So here we are in the Gladiator pit. And if you look at the close-up, you'll see there's quite a sizable number of local citizens of Kadimki Kala, as well as constables who have weapons ready in case anyone tries to escape. On the day of the Gladiator pit, you guys, it's a beautiful sunny day, not too humid, a slight breeze blowing across. And you guys are brought from your jail cells to the Gladiator pit. You do not know each other, but when you look around at the other contestants in the pit, here's what you see. You see two half-orcs here, both heavily armed, both very strong-looking, and both very deadly-looking. Across from them, you see a large human barbarian type of guy with a huge sword. And then next to him, you see possibly the fattest
Ugliest.
human that you've ever seen.
Really
And
ugly.
he is hideously ugly, scarred. And he doesn't seem to have any weapons, but his hands are huge, just bulky. Okay? Then you see each other. And actually you would start not in the middle, but they have you they have your ropes kind of tied. So you guys are all facing off against each other. So Jack, you notice this panorama of people, but directly across from you, you notice a human with very slight build. Like, he is just very slight. You don't see a lot of musculature. In fact, looking around at the rest of the opponents, you're like, that guy's definitely going to die first. Like, he just looks very weak. But you also notice that he seems very confident. You don't see any weapons on him. He just seems to be wearing, like, some leather armor, and he just, he's kind of got his arms like this, kind of like looking at everybody, as if he's kind of calculating things. And Charlie, you notice across from you a human who's just wearing tattered clothes, and he also doesn't seem to have any weapons or even armor. So as you guys are looking at this, the magistrate steps up, and he yells out in a loud voice. He claps twice. People fall silent. And he's like, "Today, we have 6 prisoners who wish to fight for their lives and freedom. In the ancient tradition of Kadimki Kala, they are here at the pit. And so they shall begin. 6 enter, but only 2 leave. We shall see." The assistants around each one of you cut the ropes that bind you, and now your hands are free to access your weapons. Time to roll initiative. I'll be rolling for all the NPCs. You guys will each roll for each other.
Is it 1d20?
Yes. 1d20 and add in your initiative bonus.
14.
Matthew, on the
20.
back side of one of your sheets, you're going to write down the following things. Here's a pencil.
Okay. Alright. So I got 20.
All right, ready? Come on, Matthew, hurry up. Like the back sheet, the very back sheet. Yeah, good. Or maybe not that sheet. Find a clear sheet.
That's what I had.
Okay, good. Ready? Good. Just somewhere there on the bottom. All right, what do you have?
20, 16
Okay,
plus 4.
so write down Briz. And then what do you have, Jack?
19.
Then Jack. Then Blob. Then Chain. Then Barbarian. And then Swords. Those are the other appointment. Blob. Chain.
Okay, what is your number?
Barbarian,
16?
Swords. He had 19. 2019.
No, I had 20. He had
It
19.
just matters the order that you're writing them in.
I was first, O'Brien was second.
Yeah, so
19.
Briz, O'Brien.
Blob, Chain, Barbarian.
Yes. Okay, so Briz,
Yeah.
the ropes are cut, you're free,
Yeah.
and you see everybody kind of rushing towards the middle to attack.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my sharpshooter to just throw 2 daggers.
Okay, now, how many daggers do you have total?
A lot.
You have
14.
Okay, so you're going to throw 2 daggers.
Yeah.
At who? The
One.
closest person is Blob or Chain on either side.
Yeah, I want to hit both of them. Throw
Okay, that
one
is
each
within
them.
your range.
Yeah.
So 1 each or 2 on 1?
1 each.
Okay, go ahead and roll. So for Blob, that's going to be a.
Well, plus
What's your
what?
plus to hit? 6? Miss. That's going to be a hit on Chains.
Okay.
So you're going to roll a d4. It's the. What the hell? Here.
Triangle.
There you go. Roll that and add in your plus 4. So 8.
8.
All right, so Blob. Chains takes 8. Jack O'Brien, you're next.
What are my
Oh,
options, really?
sorry, you're not done. You can also move, and remember you have a bonus action.
Yeah. For my bonus action, I'm gonna.
Your bonus action allows you to dash, disengage, or hide.
I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm not really engaged right now, am I?
Okay.
I'm just gonna just chill.
Okay,
That's
so
all
you
I'm
stay
gonna do.
put.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay
All
put.
right, Jack, you're up.
So I'm unarmed, yeah. So I
You are
have
unarmed. Your fists
really.
are weapons.
Okay. And which is
So that's you.
I just
So
like that
this guy or that guy are the closest. Now, Jack, you can move first and then attack.
I'll attack this one.
Okay, so move your guy up to him. And are you going to do a standard unarmed attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get the first unarmed attack. Go ahead.
D20.
Yep. So that's going to be a 3 plus whatever that
8.
says. That's a
It's
miss.
weapon. All right.
Next one.
Oh my god.
That was so close to a natch. All right, so you're like, you run up and you're like, huzzah! And like the barbarian's like, oh, and he like ducks.
Okay.
All right, who's next?
I'm just watching.
No, I know, but who's next on initiative?
Blob.
All right, Blob is large. He's not going to run over to Charlie. He's going to run over to you, Jack, and Blob's going to attack you. That's a 15. Does that hit? Nope. You have an AC of 18. 2. Miss. All right, who's next?
Chain.
Chain is going to run over to Charlie and attack. He swings, but misses. You have an AC of 16. Okay, who's next?
Barbarian.
Barbarian's going to attack Jack with a big sword. 13 plus 2 is 15. Does that hit?
No.
He swings his big sword. So this whole time, like, these two guys team up on you, and you're like... All right, and then last is Blades.
Sword, yep.
Blades is going to actually run up and stab Blob, seeing that he's unarmored. So first attack is a miss. Second attack is also a miss. God, these guys suck. All right, top of the order, you're up.
So I have 2 daggers. I already threw 2 of my daggers.
Yeah.
And is the one still stuck in him?
Yes.
So can I take that dagger on, stab him with another dagger? Holding onto it?
You could. Yes.
So I want to take the dagger in him out.
So your bonus action is ripping the dagger out of him, and the other and your
Stabbing
attack
him,
is
yeah.
stabbing him.
Stabbing
Okay,
him.
go ahead and use your attack.
16.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Roll damage. D4.
2 plus...
All right, so Chain takes 6.
6, right? Initiative, or what's my...
It's this.
Okay, yeah, 6.
So 6 total for Chain, or 6 more.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, you're up. You have 3 opponents now next to
right.
you.
I still have 13 daggers now. So.
Can we do
Yes.
like a spinning karate kick?
Now what I'm thinking is, what I was gonna do is go under him, slide through, so I'm behind.
Sure.
All right. And
Make
then
an
I'm gonna-
acrobatics check.
Okay.
That's a D20. Add in your acrobatics.
12 and then
plus 8, 20.
Oh yeah, you easily do it.
Okay.
You like tumble through, and you come up behind him.
Yeah. And then, yeah, basically just like
Bang.
knock him in the back of the head.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
That's definitely
Yeah.
a hit.
Okay.
Roll damage.
That's
So it's next to your unarmed attack. What does it say? 1d6 or 1d4?
1d6.
1d6
Plus 5.
plus 5. God, beast.
7.
All right, so Blob takes 7 more. All right, who's up now? Blob?
Blob.
Blob is going to turn and attack the attack blades.
He misses.
2 misses. Who's next?
Chain.
Chain is going to attack Briz. Oh, the natch. It hurts to fight the chain. So that's 8 plus 1 plus 2. 11. So you're going to write
That's
down
11.
in here, you're down to 16.
16.
Okay. Next.
Barbarian.
Barbarian is going to attack Blob. With advantage. That's a hit. Okay, Blob takes 6 more.
How much health do these guys have?
Who's left? Blades?
Yep.
Blades is going to attack Blob with advantage, and that's also a hit. That's 4. Second attack, a natch. That's 13. What's Blob at total? So add 17 on, and what's he at?
Negative 26.
Okay, he's still up.
How?
He's carved up, but he's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, top of the order.
Briz.
Alright, so I'll take both my daggers and just stab him right
Okay.
in the neck. Yeah, right there.
You're
Bang,
going
bang.
for kills. That's a hit.
19.
Roll the second attack, and then you can roll damage.
8 plus.
6 is 14. That's also a hit.
So 2 hits.
So damage. So that's 7 plus 7.
7,
So 14 more to Blades. What's Blades at?
Minus 14.
Okay,
No, I hit him. Did I
Alright.
hit Blades earlier?
you're up.
So this does say when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike, you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yes,
So
you
I
get
can-
2 attacks.
Okay.
I factored that in
Does
when
that-
you did the acrobats thing. So
Okay, yeah.
you could take 2
Wait,
attacks
can I
against
use
one.
can I use my bonus attack to disengage?
You can.
I just want to
So
disengage.
move
him.
yourself like 1 square over.
That way?
No, away from him. No, that's too far. Like 1 equivalent of where you were, and then 1 of you. Yeah. Okay, you're up.
All right, so now I'm basically gonna like punch the side of his head with one arm, and then as his head's like going back, I'm gonna go another one.
Okay, so go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right.
Miss.
You hit Blob.
Hit.
Yeah.
Roll damage. Blob takes
7.
7 more.
Negative 33. Blob's gotta be dead.
Still up. This is the pits, bro. Things are happening. All right, who's up now? Blob.
Yep.
Blob is wrathful. So now he's going to turn and try to hammer smash you. 2 fists of fury. 16 and a 12. Miss. He's like, right? Who's next? Barbarian?
Chain.
Chain. Chain's going to move up on you, Charlie. He's going in for the kill. 14. Miss. Who's next? Barbarian?
Barbarian.
Barbarian gets to attack Blob with advantage. Hit. 5.
5 to Barbarian or 5 to who?
5 to the Blob. Blades attacks the Blob. Hit. 8 to the Blob. What's he at now?
Let's see. Negative 33. He's like negative 46.
Yeah, Blob's like, he just gets double stabbed and chopped down, falls.
So he's gone.
He's dead.
He's dead. All right, top of the order, Briz.
Okay. So can
Your chain is swinging the spiked chain at you,
roll
and
for
you're ducking.
acrobats to like jump off the wall and like flip over to
Yes.
the backside?
Yes. Roll an acrobatics.
To be on that side?
Yep.
What do I have to roll? D20?
D20 and add in your acrobatics, which is strong.
6.
10.
10.
So 10 total. 4
10.
plus 6,
Yes, I
10.
do.
Yep.
So I do it, and then I want to use both my daggers to just go like right in the center of his back.
Okay.
Like just double, like right into the.
Okay.
the
Roll
back
dagger
plates.
1, dagger 2.
12.
So that's a 18 and a 15. 2
Yeah.
hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
7. 14 more
14 more to chain. What's he at?
Negative 28.
damage. And then I'm going to
He's
disengage.
still up. Okay, disengage.
Jack.
Actually, I'm saying that you can't disengage
Okay.
because you
So that
use
means you
your,
have my
your,
actual-
your cunning
yeah,
action
yeah.
to kind of do a dash
Okay.
off the wall. All right, Jack O'Brien, you're
All
up.
right, are these guys close enough where I could do some like jumping, like kick them
Yes,
both with two?
you could do a splits
with
kick.
both. Yeah.
Yep,
that's tight.
one to
Alright,
each. So let's go Barbarian first.
All right.
That is a
Oh.
natch. All right, so
Big
using
time.
the Bill Allen damage alternative scoring system, you max out the first d6 of damage and you roll a second and add it to it. So you have 6 plus 1 is 7 plus
plus
your
5.
damage. So 12 to Barbarian.
All right, and then we have the other one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second kick. That's also a hit. Roll damage. So 4 plus 5 is 9
9.
to Blades. What's Blades at now?
He's at -25.
Okay, still up. So you're like, whoa, and you do the double spread eagle kick,
Yeah.
hitting both of them, and then you land flipping around on the opposite side of Blob.
Okay.
All right, so now you've got the three of you have this corpse between you, and you're all like facing off against each other. All right, who's up next?
Chains.
Chains is gonna spin around and whip his spiked chain at Zareb, trying to hit him, but misses. Next, Barbarian
Barbarian.
against Jack. 17.
Miss.
Nope, that's a miss. All right, Blades against Jack. Also a miss. Okay, top of the order. Briz, back to you.
So I want to go for a kill. Can I use my sharpshooter, which is -5 to hit, but +10 to damage?
So you can disengage.
Yeah. I'm the
Oh,
other guy.
you're the other guy. So you can
He's
disengage
facing me
one,
now, right.
and you could whip the dagger at him with sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a -5 to hit. So you have a +1 to your roll.
Yeah. No.
Miss. So
Miss.
you whip one. You want to do it again?
Yeah. I'm going for kills. Miss
Also
again.
a miss.
So I lost
You're
two
down
daggers.
2 more daggers. Ting ting.
All
Now,
right.
if you live, you can recover your daggers, but this is currently what you
O'Brien.
have in your bandolier.
All
All
right.
right, O'Brien.
So how close to death are both of them?
You feel like Blades has taken more damage, right, Matthew?
Blades has taken more damage than Barbarian for
Yeah.
sure.
So the half orc with the blades, he's definitely been wounded
He's
more.
taken double the damage.
Okay.
The barbarian is robust, and he's kept his back to the wall.
All right. So what I'm gonna do? So can I wanna like smash their heads together.
They're too far apart. You
Okay.
could attack one or the other.
All right.
So if you
Can I
focus
push
on
him?
blades,
Like
Go ahead.
just like shove them like super hard into the wall. Is that like a
meta
attack?
moment, you could, but to be honest,
It's
it's
not-
not going to have the same
yeah.
impact as 2 attacks on one person.
Okay. Then I'll just have a double like punch to the face for
For
him.
blades. Okay, roll.
Yeah. All right.
Attack. Hit.
Fine.
Second attack. Miss. So roll damage for 1. Blades takes another 10
10.
damage. What's he at?
-35.
Okay, still up. You give him like a spinning roundhouse kick, and he's like, "Argh!" and he's like, blood just pours from his mouth, but he's still staggering and standing. Who's up next?
Chains.
Chains is gonna come up on you. He actually doesn't even move. He just swings it around and goes,
Right, after I throw my stuff, so I'm boom boom the knees.
hit. Chains succeeds with 8 more damage on you.
Alright, so I'm down to 8.
Yes. All right, next,
Barbarian.
Jack. Miss. Blades. Jack. Miss. Critically. A person so overwhelmed that they fall into the pit. No,
Right.
just kidding. All right,
turn.
you're up, Riz.
So after like getting hit in the face,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to like. Can I roll for acrobatics to slide under him and like slice the inside of his legs, like both of his thighs?
You could just move up and attack. You don't
Alright,
even
so-
have to slide.
move up.
So you're trying to like cripple his legs.
Yeah.
Go.
Move up, attack. Two dagger stabs.
Okay, that hits, that misses.
That misses. And 4.
5 total.
5 total. Yeah.
What's Chain at?
-33.
You slice his leg, and he's like, oh! And he
Yeah.
like his one leg buckles, but he's still up.
Okay.
Jack, you're up.
All right. So I'm gonna kick him between the legs, give him a nice shock,
Yeah.
and then punch right here.
Punch his
And
throat.
Right in
All
the
right,
throat.
first attack.
All right.
Miss.
By the way, you can use Flurry of Blows if you want to add in that extra attack.
Yeah. Sure. We'll
Okay.
do that. So
So
now
first
I have
attack.
2 more.
Yeah.
All right.
Miss. Try the other dice.
This one.
Yeah. this.
Oh my god.
You're like, oh! Take off a key point. All right. Next, Matthew. Barbarian.
Chain.
Chain. Briz, he misses. Fortunately for you.
Barbarian.
Barbarian. Jack, he misses. Fortunately for you.
Swords.
Blades. Misses.
Briz.
I think.
Weapons are just flying around. Briz,
Alright,
you're up.
I'm taking 2 daggers to throw both at his face.
You disengage.
Yeah,
You whip him. Are you
exactly.
using this?
Yeah, so my
Okay.
sharpshooter. I'm gonna like
So you only
slide
have a
back,
+1.
slide back to a knee.
Yes.
To like a backward knee slide, so I'm on the ground throwing daggers up at him.
Right.
So bang like that. I'm not dead yet, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna use both. Like, can I use this twice or once?
You can use it both times. That's a 19. That's a 13. Both of them hit.
Okay.
He's most definitely dead, but let's just roll and find out how much damage you do. So that,
Plus
Plus
10
10.
damage, right? 11.
so 11 plus 4 is 15. 13 plus 4 is 17. He just,
32.
yeah, he takes 30 more damage. And when you whip it up, the daggers are like, "Huh!" and just blood starts gushing from his neck as he falls over dead. The crowd cheers as another victim falls, and they're like cheering.
Like, can you fall on top of me and like push him off and stand? Oh shit.
Yeah,
Like push him off and I stand back up.
yeah. All right, Jack O'Brien, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna jump off of him.
Off the
I'm gonna
blob.
jump off his body.
Yeah.
Kick him in the head 1 hit.
Good.
All right.
Hit.
Okay.
Roll damage. Nice.
that's
11.
11
damage to
He's gotta be
Blades,
gone.
Matthew.
He's gotta be gone.
Yeah, blades should be done.
What's he at?
Negative. Let's see. That's negative 25. He's like negative 40.
Yep. Jack, as you jump kick, propelling yourself off of Blob's body like a gymnastics. What are those boards called? The springboards?
Springboards, yeah.
You springboard off the Blob's body, jump 6 feet in the air, kick Blades over, snapping his neck, and land spinning around at the Barbarian.
All right.
The Barbarian at this point goes, "Rah!" and his whole face turns red and he starts running towards you. He's raged. Whoosh! Hit.
Is that an official roll though? Because it was a 12, and then you rolled the other dice, and then knocked it to
Okay, fair
15.
enough. The 16's it. Alright, so Jack, you will take 12 damage as the Barbarian ragefully swings his sword down. His strength seems to be absurdly powerful.
Okay.
Okay. Back to you, Briz. You see,
Am I far enough
you see
away?
the monk
Yeah.
who held off like 3 opponents and is now down to this Barbarian. But you
Yeah.
see this Barbarian is clearly raging. Like
Alright,
he is
so
wrathful.
sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter?
Sharpshooter.
Okay.
2 more daggers. I have 9 left.
That's a
That's
miss.
it.
This
That's
is a
a
hit.
hit.
So
Yeah.
roll 1 and add 10 to your damage.
13 plus
13
plus 4, right?
on the
17.
Barbarian, Matthew.
Plus 4.
17.
17.
He's negative 29.
Okay.
Still alive.
The dagger sinks. Like your strike was true. It sinks into his chest and blood gushes out and it's like unfazed. He's like,
Yeah.
"Ah," even angrier. All right, Jack, you're up. You've got this raging Barbarian.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a nice gut punch, and then can I like punch him where the
Yes.
dagger was and like push it deeper?
Yes.
All right. So
Roll.
that's 2.
Gut punch. Oh, a
Oh,
natch. All right, roll damage. So that's 5. Plus 6 is 11. Plus 5 is 16. Where's he at?
Negative 45, I think. Let's see. 12, 17.
This guy's got to
16.
go down soon,
raged,
please.
dude.
He's mad. Yeah, he doesn't even
He-
feel
Yeah,
it.
negative 45.
I'm going to make a roll for him, which he makes. He attacks you. Does a 16 hit? No.
No.
Misses. He's so infuriated. Blood's gushing out from all these different areas where he's wounded, and he's just swinging, and you're like, all right, back to you, Briz.
So
the
I'm-
Barbarian somehow is still alive.
I'm gonna dash to this side to get a better view on him.
Okay.
But, like, I'm not gonna engage, and then I'm gonna throw 2 more daggers.
By the way, small side note, strategy.
Yeah.
If you flank him,
Yeah.
you get to use your sneak attack bonus on your
Okay.
attack. So if
Can I
you
flank him?
if you dash to here,
Yeah.
you're flanking him with Jack.
Okay.
You can actually take 2 attacks. The first one you get to add your sneak attack damage. Now,
Okay.
or you could sharpshooter him.
Yeah, I want to sharpshoot him.
Okay, so go ahead.
I'm gonna sharpshooter him twice.
All right, so the first attack with advantage, roll both of those. Take the higher of the two. 6 plus 6 is 12. That's a hit.
So
So now you're going to roll your dagger damage
yeah.
plus this for sneak attack for the
Okay.
first dagger. Go ahead. So that's 4.
4.
Plus 10 is 14. Plus 4 is 18.
But I have one more attack, right?
18
Yes.
to barbarian.
And then just 1d20.
1d20.
10 plus 6.
That's a hit. So roll your d4 and add in the
12.
so 16.
16.
What's he at now? He's got to be dead.
Okay, wait. Yeah.
If he's not dead,
Yeah,
I got a
negative-
killer finish.
Yeah,
Negative.
dead.
Negative.
All right, good.
79.
So Jack, over your shoulder, you see this skinny guy
Yeah.
like just like moves with incredible speed and goes, and like a dagger hits,
Like a G.
and the guy's like, "Gah!" And he just crumples and falls up against the wall.
God bless.
And
man.
for a brief moment, you guys are staring at each other, and you realize that you are now the only two people standing in the pits. And then a thunderous applause, cheering from the crowd. Yeah! There's cheering and people clapping and stuff. And Yomi, you've watched this entire encounter, and although each of them has taken wounds, you notice that they were clearly the kind of people that can hold their own. The magistrate turns to you and he says, "So, let's make a deal. Why don't I make arrangements for you to talk to them in their cells?"
We're going back to
He
prison?
goes, "I could use a small," you guys don't hear this, he's like, "I could use a small donation to help fund my next project."
I think that is fit for the
What do you say
arrangement.
to 20 gold, perhaps?
I think we could settle on 15 gold pieces.
Make a persuasion roll, Matthew.
Which dice is that?
D20.
14 and then.
Yeah,
One is
your charisma's high. So he's like, 15 it is.
Yeah, that would be a 17.
You pay him 15 coins, and he makes a gesture to the guards. The guards tell you guys that you've won your freedom. They're going to escort you back to the cells, and a healer will heal you. So you're rebound. They take
Yeah.
your weapons and keep them separate.
So I got all my daggers back?
Yep. They take you back to the jail. You guys are each put in cells, but you're adjacent, and then they leave.
Yeah.
So you guys are kind of sitting next to each other,
Okay.
like you could see each other through the bars.
Yeah.
So
Wow. How many kills you get there, dude? I mean, I was honestly kind of impressed with this. You just bare hand just going out, bashing skulls in.
All I'm gonna say is very faintly, very quietly, a few.
Few. Interesting.
You.
Yeah, interesting. Think we're ever get out of this place?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too, man. This is bogus. I was wrongly accused. I didn't even steal those gems. They had me out here for gems I didn't even steal. They had no proof about it at all.
not yet.
I've been framed for murders.
This is what it's all about, I guess. This is the whole prison thing. And I'm just gonna walk away.
You can't walk anywhere. You're in a cell.
All right, well, I'm just gonna
All right, so you guys are waiting in the cell.
sit back.
About half an hour later, a man and a woman come in. The man begins like cleaning and bandaging your wounds. The woman says some prayers to the goddess whose sake for healing, and you feel warmth emanating, and you feel your health being restored gradually. And she does this for each of you, and the other guy cleans and bandages your wounds. You are restored to your full hit points. And then they nod and they leave. And you guys are kind of like waiting to get released and get your equipment back. And then the door to the cell hallway opens. And you see a dragonborn dressed in very nice robes with a staff. And he kind of walks in. You see both of them in separate
Yes,
cells,
yes.
although they can see each other. And then the door closes behind him.
Hello there. My name is Yomi, and I have been notified of your abilities, fighting and other assets and skills that you possess. And I was very impressed with both of you in the arena today.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just gonna nod.
Just gonna nod.
Kind of like,
So I take it you guys would like to be released from your cells and be able to walk free?
Oh yes, immediately.
Immediately.
Yes.
What if I told you I could make that happen immediately?
Well, then I'd have to follow in suit.
But there's an offer that stands with
I
that.
accept.
You accept the offer immediately, no
I accept.
questions.
Yes.
Blindly.
Blindly. I have nothing better to do than stay in the cell.
I'd like to hear the offer.
You'd like to hear the offer? Well, now is Bruce is he hearing the offer too?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Well, there is a certain artifact that is very valuable to certain people. And it is also valuable to a group of other certain people. And I am on a journey to go and retrieve this artifact and replace it. This will be a very stealthy mission. We're going to be needing the best people on the job. If you would like to walk out of here freely, I would like to recruit you to this group, we'll call it, that would be going on this mission and possibly missions after that. If you do agree to this, this is a lifetime commitment.
Alright, well, can I talk to Jack? Like, do I have the ability to talk to
You
Jack
have to-
without you and me hearing it?
You have to tell him.
I will come back and give you guys some time to talk and think.
Okay.
All right.
So
He leaves. The door closes again, and again, it's just you guys in your cells in the prison hallway.
I don't know who this guy is, but if he can get us out of here, let's just do what he says. We can, whatever this stone or gem or whatever it is, I saw the way you could fight out there. I know the way I can fight. Let's work together. Step one, get out of prison. We can find this gem. We don't have to give it to them. We don't have to fall in line to do that with their lifelong commitment. Me and
Just
you-
to be clear, he never said anything about a gem. He said
Oh,
an
what did he say?
artifact.
An artifact. Sorry, the artifact. The artifact, whatever it is, we can go along, find it. When we find it, we hold the power. Me and you get out of this place. We can stick together, have each other's back, and figure it out.
I agree.
Let's do it. So we just kind of wait. That's that.
All right,
Okay, a
so
few minutes go past. The Dragonborn returns. Yomi, who he introduced himself as. He returns.
boys, good evening. Have you had some time to discuss my proposal?
I look at Jack and just we accept.
You both accept? Very good. I will arrange for the guards to have your weapons returned, all your belongings, and I give them the address to my inn.
Yeah.
And I
So he
say-
gives you the address of an inn. You guys have both been in
Yeah.
town for a short while, but
Mhm.
you figure you know where it is. It's not a big village.
Okay.
And I say, when you are ready, please come to the inn. If you think of just leaving town, just know you will be hunted down and killed. I highly recommend you show up to the inn and not try to cross me.
Okay. We got out of prison.
He leaves. A few moments later, the guards show up. They bring you out of your cells. They take you to the front entrance of the prison. There's a small room off the front entrance of the prison with a half door. Each one of you have your equipment, supplies returned to you, as well as a scroll which indicates that the magistrate has absolved you of your crimes and that you participated in the pit, and it's signed by the magistrate. And it is sealed with the seal of Kabul Kailish. So each one of you are given your scroll of liberation, and then they bid you to leave.
Okay. So
And it's, by the time all this happens, it's evening.
okay.
Like,
I have something that I want to do.
yeah,
I'm gonna get out of prison.
yeah, you get out of prison.
So we have both the address, right? And I tell Jack, I say, I'll meet you at the end in 2 hours. I have something to take care of first. And I want to go back to the store where I sold the gem from
Yeah.
and confront the man and say,
Ooh.
how dare you
Okay, wait.
make accusations like that? What?
So you go to the store.
Yeah.
The shop is closed.
The shop is closed?
Yeah. The
All right.
front door is locked. The wooden shutters are closed and locked.
Is the store where I sold the gem from?
Yeah, that one's
also-
still open.
It's
the pawn
still
shop.
open? Yeah. So I want to go up and confront him.
The dwarf?
Yeah, a dwarf.
He's like, you made it out of the pits. You're a good fighter for a scrawny bean.
How dare you talk like that? The next person I have dead will be you.
Haha.
You communicate against me, against the police. You put me in prison. You put me in a situation I do not want to be in. And then I'm gonna take.
Let me tell you, lad, I did no such thing.
How the case they made against me
I-
is purely based upon your thing.
I am not the accuser.
Can I roll to see if he's lying?
Yeah, roll insight. He's like, I'm not the accuser.
18.
It was the man down the street at the gem store
Yes.
that you stole from. I just simply said that there was a man. All I did was confirm that someone that matched your description sold me the gem.
How dare you? Oh, I told you what the story
I'm
of
the
the gem
one that
was.
lost money.
I
You
told
owe
you-
me money.
I owe you no money. You have the gem, no?
No, they took it back.
And I leave immediately.
He's like,
I walk out.
scrawny humans. All right, you walk out.
Yeah. And then so.
And then you realize that you're hungry because you haven't eaten since the morning.
Okay.
So you go to the inn, and there's basically it's like a 3-story building where there's rooms, the hotel inn part of it, and then the main floor is a big open tavern, and there's tables, and there aren't that many inns because it's a small village. So this one's bustling and a lot of travelers and some pilgrims who come to town and stuff like that to the monastery. But there's also a variety of merchants and other farmers and townsfolk there, and there's some music playing in the background and stuff. And you guys are basically hanging out there. You get a table, you get some food, some drinks, and at a certain point you notice descending from the stairs is Yomi, and he sees you guys and he comes over to your table, and they're having food.
Good evening, boys. How has your time as a free man been?
Disappointing.
Disappointing? And you?
Pleasant.
Pleasant?
By the way, you have to pay for food and drinks. So how much food and drink do you have?
I'm getting hammered.
Okay, so I'm going to use one of your gold pieces. Actually, I'm going to use 2. One of your gold pieces covers all of your food and liquor, and you get some change. You get 10 silver.
Okay.
So you have, there's a whole buffet of food and multiple bottles of ale and mugs of drinks.
Okay.
So you know that at
Yeah.
some point you were supposed to bring them up to your room for a meeting.
Okay. Well, isn't the guy coming tomorrow with the artifact?
He's coming tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah. When he said tomorrow, that was today.
Okay. Have you both finished your food and beverages?
Yeah, the table's a mess.
Yeah.
Table's a mess.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
just magically with my fingers clean it all out? Magic spell?
You could.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have mage hand.
I don't know.
You just tidy it up.
Alright, we tidy it up.
Plates levitate into a stack.
Now, if you would like to come back to my place for a meeting
Okay.
with one of my colleagues,
Alright.
and we can further discuss the offer that you both accepted.
Alright.
And then we go up to my room, and then what is it?
So you go up to the room, you pull out your key, you unlock the door and you open it, and
What's it?
already seated inside is a human
Okay.
man with fair skin, black curly hair, wearing the most absurd, fancy clothes and gaudy jewelry that you've ever seen. He's like a nobleman, but like a clown. It's kind of gaudy and flamboyant.
Can I excuse myself for 1 second and go throw up out the window?
Yes.
Alright, so I excuse myself.
Roll a d20.
Oh,
Right. Fortunately for you, you don't throw up on anyone. But there's people below that are like, oh, what the hell? They moved out of the way just at the right time.
And I go sit back down.
So you guys sit down, and the gaudily dressed fancy man looks at you and he's like, greetings, I am Lord Finoop. I am the commissioner of the expedition that Yomi has hired you for. He takes this velvet piece of velvet cloth off of something that was on the table, and what he reveals to you looks like a candelabra made of copper, and it's got 4 pieces, one that go out in each direction, that have these little cups that look like maybe they hold a candle or something, and then there's a larger cup in the middle.
Okay.
He goes, this is a replica of what you are looking for. We don't know exactly what it looks like or what is inscribed on it. There may be runes and inscriptions on it. But I am providing Yomi with a map of the city that is underneath this village. You see, there was an ancient city long ago. It was covered up when there was a major earthquake. Part of the mountain literally fell on the city and buried it. And over time, erosion and earth have covered it. And centuries later, they built this small village that we are now in over the old city. Somewhere below the old city is where this artifact resides. We want you to find it. We want you to replace this replica with the one that you take. And when you are done, Yomi has a way of contacting me so that I may come get this.
Especially if I have to fall asleep in the middle of the talk.
You will be paid very handsomely for this. 50 gold each. All right, so you're like, that's 3 times the money that I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
And you, who are also just ragged and
I don't
you
think
know,
I have anything.
you literally have nothing. You've
I'm just, like,
basically
hitting my
been like a
place.
wandering
Yeah.
homeless monk.
Sorry, you said we're taking the real one from below.
Yes.
And
Replacing
putting a
it
fake
with this replica.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Easy enough.
It is a simple task. Now, there may be some hazards, but based on your combat in the pit today, I feel that you will easily be able to help Yomi find the actual artifact and recover it. What is important is that you convey this mission to no one else. No one must know, because there are others looking for the artifact. Do you understand? When you have acquired the original artifact and replaced it with the replica and escaped from the Undercity, Yomi will contact me. I will arrive, and you will be paid.
Okay.
Now, if you perform this task successfully, there may be many more lucrative missions for you if you are in the business of doing such things.
Okay.
Well met.
Is there any sense that he's fully truthful about
Roll
the
insight.
payment? Is that D20?
Yep, anybody can.
And then 8, so then
What's your insight? 0?
where is it?
You should have a decent insight. 'cause
It's
you-
plus 3.
Okay, so 11. He seems to be telling the truth, and what he says basically is the same as what Yomi told you, just with a little more detail.
Okay.
He goes, I will leave the replica here with you. You should get some rest tonight. I have rented a room. He gives you the key.
But
There are 2 beds there. It is across the hall from Yomi's room. I would suggest resting and then leaving for the Undercity early tomorrow morning.
okay.
We want to get there before the others get there. Well, with
Apologies.
that, I will leave you. May you have a good rest and good luck tomorrow.
So after that, I'll just stand up, go downstairs, buy a couple more beers, and start dancing and singing about it in the
Okay.
basement. I'm gonna find an artifact and replace it with the other one. Just a bunch of stuff like that, all around the bar, dancing,
Okay.
doing whatever, having a good time, getting more drunk as
A
the
few
as the night
people
goes on.
like laugh at you because you're silly, but no one seems to be like, no one understands like what you're. It just seems like a silly song. All right, and with that, we will end this episode of the B Team. We will find out what happens when the B Team goes on their first foray underneath the city. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for spreading the word. Thanks for supporting us. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
Hello, mate. Thanks for watching all the videos. Make sure that you look up there and subscribe. And don't forget to check out some of the other videos, like them up there or those down there. We'll see you next time.